Welcome to Ghana, West Africa. This has been an adventure that has gone on for several years for me, and I heard the call probably the very first time when I was a very young child. I really wanted to be a missionary when I grew up, but I was told only boys could do that. So I became a teacher, and although I loved all my teaching years, this is what I really need to be doing right now, is being a missionary here in Sunyani. It's midway up the country of Ghana. Ghana is a country that has a lot of poverty, a lot of beauty, a lot of joy, a lot of despair, economic problems, but there are some really beautiful people here. Very kind, very generous, very giving with what they have, even though in most cases it's not very much. We collectively, and I say that because many people in America, churches and individuals, have helped financially and with prayers with this mission. I'm the one that is here. I'm touching the people, but they know that there are many people standing behind me halfway around the world, and they are very touched. Knowing that the Lord is caring for them, and that people so far away are also caring for them. Since January of 2014, I have been living at a small children's home in Sunyani called the Kids Shelter. The Alafia Foundation out of Holland in Germany is the sponsor of this, and Gertie Osei Van Noort and her husband Moses Osei are the directors of this home. Here at the home, I help with the children with their homework, special projects, playing with them, and being a mother to 3 boys that I brought down in January from the north, Peter, Joseph, and Christopher. And they have an older brother named John. John is 16, 17, maybe even 18 years old. He chose not to go to school anymore, and instead he's doing an apprenticeship with an auto mechanic in Accra. Late last year, things were not going well for these 4 boys in the village. John had already run away earlier last year, and we were trying to provide for him in a boarding school. That was not going well. Peter, the next oldest, was making noises about running away, and finally did, to join John. Joseph, the 11-year-old, was so sick in November, Gertie pulled him out of the village and put him in foster care to get some medical care. That left Christopher as the only one in the village. He was not going to school. All 4 boys were sent to school very little. They were very behind. They were malnourished. The village, their extended family, really didn't want them. That's really a hard thing to say, but it was true. They were not providing well for them, and they really were not caring for them. So I offered to come here as a full-time volunteer to provide for the boys, and I was very grateful when Gertie and Moses, her husband, said that the 2 youngest ones at least could stay here at the kids shelter. We had Peter and John in boarding school initially, and then that changed when John decided to go to be an apprentice, and then we finally decided to have Peter stay here, and he now goes to a vocational school. In August, I took the boys back to the village to visit their grandmother and the rest of their extended family. The people there in the family compound were amazed at how the boys had grown. They were just totally fascinated by the fact that they could speak English with me quite fluently. So they were really, really pleased with how the boys have developed. I'm here also to facilitate the sponsorship of various people up in the northern part of the country that is so impoverished. There's some widows, quite a number of children
that we sponsor who desperately want to go to school, and we are helping them do that.
Here is part of a letter of appreciation that Abel has written. He says, "I feel very good to write you this letter. I thought I was walking in the valley of dark. You have made me proud. I can now stand in front of people and say, my God of love and caring is a truly caring God who has given me such wonderful people." And he's saying that about some specific people in America, but there are so many people here who are saying the same thing about everyone who is helping through this mission.
Abel is grateful not only for the gift of education, but for the medical care that was provided recently to his mother by his extended American family and their church. For every one of these children, these young adults and widows that we have helped, there are so many more that have need. But you know what? We are doing what we can. We're touching the lives of these people. They are so grateful. And I believe that someday in the future they will then help others. I've seen that is what some people who have been helped. I've been approached by people who have been orphans, raised as orphans here in this country, and now as young adults they are helping others. They come and they help here. They make donations and they play with the children, and they're giving back. And I believe that these people that we're helping now someday will give back. Some people, both here in Ghana and in the United States, have asked, why am I here where living is not easy, where parenting again at age 76 is not easy, and having to learn how to manage a child with sickle cell and dealing with the medical system that is very different is also not easy. Why am I not just sitting in a recliner watching television? And don't I miss my family and friends? Well, I would rather be doing than watching. And sure, I miss my families, my kids, my grandkids, my friends, and they would like for me to be nearby, but they don't really need me. Just as my American grandchildren need their moms and dads right now in their young lives, I am needed by our boys here. I am their mom. When Joseph was admitted to the hospital, he thought the village witch was going to kill him. And it was very difficult dealing with that sort of mindset. His mind had been really poisoned by the village people. I was the one piece of sanity in his little world. He now knows that that God and hundreds of Americans praying for him are much more powerful than any witch. Do you remember the Jimmy Stewart movie, It's a Wonderful Life? Do you remember the angel asking him, what would the town be like if he had not existed? Where would our boys be without us? Where would Victor, Lamissy, Comfort, Fred, Madeline, Abel, and all the rest be without our involvement in their lives? We are making a difference here. We are where we need to be. I am where I need to be. When Ghanaians ask me, when Ghanaians say to me that God will surely bless me for what I am doing, I respond to them that God has already blessed me by letting me be here. And I thank you all for your prayers, your encouragement, for your financial help that you've given for the children, and may God bless you all, one and all.
When I was in trouble, Jesus came to me one day. He gave me peace, He gave me joy, He gave me victory. That's what I love and I sing and I feel like I keep for sinning, for Christ. He has been a friend to me many times, many times.
We are founders of the kingdom. We are family. We are one. Thank you, people of America, for all the things you have done for us.